What's up, everybody? Good morning. To be kind to one another and forgive one another. To be kind to one another and forgive one another. We're on live. Friday 8:30. Friday at 8:30. Yep. You want to eat? I said yes. Hey, good morning, everybody. What's going on? 8:45 on the East Coast. The topic of the day is to be kind to one another, forgiving one another. That's the topic. Especially nowadays, you've got so many people online scamming. Can't believe it, man. I'm so happy to be a YouTube content creator, someone who's just relatable, man. I try to be as transparent as I can with everyone. Not selling nobody a dream. I just can't believe people make these massive followings and just be scamming people. It's crazy. Like, two people, because I like the e-commerce business. I like any person like doing entrepreneurial stuff, maybe like not against the grain, normal, what they would say, normal jobs. I watch them people, and two people that I used to watch just got caught up scamming. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Stealing thousands and thousands of dollars from people. People's hard-earned money, People work hard for your money, man. Don't be scammed by anything people say online. Take the skin, leave the bones. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. That's the fact of the matter. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Crazy, man. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. I wish this platform had a way to filter out people who are scamming and people who are being genuine. I try to be as genuine as possible in all my content. I'm not trying to sell a dream. I tell people, I work a 9 to 5. Listen, I have a family. I'm a husband. I'm a son. I got friends here. I work at this. I do this. I just try to keep it transparent because people come on here, most of the time, they're either trying to be entertained or they're trying to be educated. And for some reason, between those two E's, people scam because people fall for the entertainment at first, and then they want to get educated because people show people living the dream, and when they live the dream, they're like, oh, I can show you how to do this right now. First things first, check the link in my bio to buy my course. Oh my gosh, man. I was victim of this. I got scammed before. So I make beats, and I don't know if you know Bricks. Bricks is a, he's a famous producer. I think he's a dickhead. Because I paid for his online course, which was, I'll be honest with you, it was pretty generic. It just was pretty generic, telling you things about people who make beats and know these certain type of things already. What we were really looking for is like, if you're building a type beat channel, what are the key things to do to optimize your views and, get your beats heard to people, the actual intricate things about selling a business, selling beats and stuff, right? And this dude just, and then all of a sudden I get an email from him talking about, hey, I'm offering collaboration. So ultimately you're thinking, wow, you're a producer who doesn't have like a lot of skin in the game, and you're going to get this collaboration. And he's like, I'm giving it out for $100 to my students. So I pay the $100. This dude ghosts me. I take the time. I spend all afternoon. I set up about 50 loops and melody loops. I don't know if you guys know how beats are made, but you got the melody, you got the drums. So he wanted melodies. So I sent him all these melodies. Dude does not get back to me for a year. I'm hitting him up on Instagram. I screenshotted everything. That way he couldn't try to play me and try to say, oh, I did do it. Then after a year, this guy comes back and says like, bro, what are you talking about? Because I followed him and on his post, and I'm not a hater. I just don't like people scamming, because it's just wrong. So I would comment on his page and I would be like, yo, listen, don't fall for this. This dude is scamming people. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this. Trying to just be a warning sign to people. And some people will be hating on me. Yo, Bricks is not a scam. Da, 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 da. One egg little guy. It's for my daughter, you punk. See, you people talk reckless online, man, It's so funny, like, people talk reckless online, keyboard warriors, they're not about it. Because people who are about it don't act like that. I'm about it. I don't act like that with people. Assuming makes you look like an ass. Plain and simple. And, people be scamming, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm just out here trying to be genuine. And, my one egg man, Ryan Bender. I ain't even gonna go there. Message of the day, because if you guys don't know, my name's Travis. This channel is all about inspirational content, and what I do is I create short films, motivational videos on various topics and discussions to build faith. I love God, so I love reading the daily readers. And this morning, today's March 13th, it is be kind to one another, forgiving one another. Before you start talking smack. Be kind to one another, forgiving one another. Don't worry, Ryan, I forgive you for your little egg comment. It's all good, man. It's all good. And so then it reads on to say, forgiving is a minor miracle, a bloodless surgery we perform on spirits. It goes like this. Though not necessarily in this order, we begin to see the offender as blemished person, not at all much different from ourselves. We surrender our precious right to get even or choose to live with the scales unbalanced. We gradually, oh so gradually, find the will to wish him well. Once begun, and remember that it is almost always a process, sometimes a lifelong journey, we have hope again. People who discover the grace to forgive almost discover the grace of hope that besides. I just think it's so amazing and very difficult to forgive people. I actually struggle with this because, in my heart, I forgive people, but the thought still lingers. The things that are still bothering you about what somebody has done to you still bothers you. 1 second. I got to get my daughter real quick because we're about to eat. So 1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. girl. I need something to hold this up as we do this. I can't even tell who. Somebody said, who is this? Who are you talking about? Me? If you're talking about me, you can just look at the profile. Just click the profile and you can see who I am. It's pretty transparent. All right, come on. There you go. I hope you don't waste this egg. I really hope you don't waste this egg. I hope, because, you know, I'm not trying to eat it right now. Got the camera. 2, 3. How's everybody feeling today? 4 people up in here. What's everybody dealing with today? What's the topic? What's on your mind? What are you struggling with? What are some wins? Somebody talk. Somebody say something. I love this. I love going live because I love interacting with people. Sorry, I'm feeding my daughter right now, so I'm just looking for something. Here we go. You about to eat? Huh? You about to eat? About to make a mess, that's what you about to do. About to make a mess. There you go. Start off with this. I probably shouldn't have started you off with that. Should have got that egg in you. Jay said, flip that egg. I like eggs over hard. I do not like runny eggs, man. Most people who see me cook my eggs would think it's crazy. I do not like anything. I don't like over easy. I don't like any rare steaks. I cook everything. I cook everything to hell, man. I cook it to hell. Charcoal burgers, charcoal steak, everything like that, you know? All right. All right, you could eat this egg? You gonna try to? All right. Hey, anybody in here have children? My daughter's 1. And it definitely has been probably one of the most challenging things I've done is fatherhood. Can't lie about that. Not easy. But right now, she's a real easy baby. All right, you gonna eat this? I feel like I need scissors to cut this thing up for you. I need scissors to cut this up. What the heck? You wanna try this? Yes, success. She ate it. She's not a picky eater, but it's like timing. Like sometimes if I don't do this right now, if I don't give her the egg right away and I give her some other stuff, she will just refuse to eat this. She's so cute though, man. Look at her. She's so cute, man. What's everybody feeling this morning? The topic of the day was being kind to one another and forgiving one another. What I was kind of saying before was I find it, I ask God all the time and I say, have I really truly forgiven that person? And I feel like I haven't because it's what they did is still like fresh in my mind. Like every time I think about, anytime someone brings up the topic of forgiveness, like today, this morning, with the verse being, be kind to one another, forgiving one another. It's out of the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 32. And every time they bring it up,
I think about these few people who did me wrong. I didn't have a lot of people do me wrong, in life, but it happened a couple of times. And, one time it was a best friend of mine. You know what's crazy? The two people that I consider kind of wronged me, like in the worst way, in my opinion, they both have the same last name. They have the same last name. I thought that was so crazy. But every time the topic of forgiveness gets brought up, I think about these two people, and I'm just like, did I really forgive them? And I'm like, God, I forgave them. I'm not holding on to the grudge. If they were to come up to me today and we were talking, none of them really live by me anymore. One of them lives in Cali. The other one lives towns away, but you never see each other like that. He's got kids. I got a kid. So life is just different. But every time the topic gets brought up, it kind of hits my heart and kind of makes me think, like, did I really forgive them? Were they really forgiven? And hey Deb, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think it really was. I don't think it really was. I think I'm still working on that process. You want to say hi to Deb? Say hi. Say hi. Can you wave? Wave. Wave. Waving. Can you wave? She's not waving. Can you wave? Say hi. Hey. Up. Up. She's not paying any mind to us. So, yeah, so back on the topic. What's everybody feeling this morning? What's the deal? How's everybody doing? Like I said, March 13th, I tell you I do these daily readers every day. Topic of the day is kindness and forgiveness. You look like pebbles. So we're about to take our first family vacation this year. Super excited. Leaving Saturday morning, going to Aruba. Amazing. For 2 weeks. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be different with this one. It's going to be different. Yeah, not going to be a lot of chilling on the beach, man. I'll tell you that. So she's not walking yet. So it's like, my wife said it. She goes, if you really think about it, from the minute we get out of the hotel room to the beach to the pool, you can't put her down. I'm like, yeah, I know. You cannot put her down. I was pro walking. I wanted her to be walking before we went away because I just thought it would be way better. I'm like, if you could put her down, she could stand up, you don't have to worry about her face planting or something like that. That would be great, right? But no. So she's not walking, so we're bringing 3 chairs, so much stuff. Kids come with you come with baggage. So much baggage. You're like a bad ex. You know? Look at this. How long do you think this is going to take to eat? Probably another 30 minutes. But I'm glad she's eating it. I'm really glad she's eating it. Like I said, topic for the day is kindness and forgiveness. And I was talking earlier about how there's a few people that I did follow online. And, everything is allegedly, you never know. But there are people who come up in the e-commerce business. They come up drop shipping. They come up building e-commerce brands and Airbnb rentals. And they end up scamming people for a lot of money selling courses and end up running their whole business, just stop running their normal business that they were making money from and just selling these astronomical, crazy, multi-$1,000 price ranges of courses of basic information and no real true detail of how to do what they claim that they've done. And people fall for it and lose a lot of money. Take the skin, leave the bones. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. You know? I think that's crazy, you know? Like in the day, why do we live in such a scamming age? Why is everything a scam? Can't even believe anything anymore. You know, you go online, you may actually like I believe artificial intelligence came in at the absolute perfect time. Because now that artificial intelligence is here, everybody could just say it's AI. Nah, it's AI. Nah, it's AI, man. It's not real. It's AI. It's AI. But it may be real, but you can't say it's real because there's AI. It's sad. It's super sad. Super sad. That's why I think it's so important. Have your relationship with God right. You know, if you think God won't talk to you and God won't tell you if something is fake, something phony, you're crazy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, God watches out for you. But you gotta be tapped in, that's for sure. You know? I'm thinking about right now on the topic of scams, and I don't even remember if this was true, but you know, we grew up and we had Blue's Clues. It was a little later. I was a little older for that. But Blue's Clues, gosh, what was the guy's name? Steve or something like that? I don't know what he did, but and you know, don't quote me on this. I don't remember if this was true, but I guess you know he basically was like the Miss Rachel. You okay? I just keep spitting the water out. This is not a boxing match. You know? You think this is, man? Huh? And I guess he was doing drugs and stuff like that. Meanwhile, he's teaching kids, you know, doing kid shows. And it was just such a disappointment. It was like, wow, man, you know? It's like the same thing I was talking about now with all these people doing these scams. It's just crazy, you know, 250,000, 77,000, 80,000 subscribers. A lot of people, impressionable people, young people looking up to these people. Can you stop pulling this down? Because at one point you're going to break it. Or it's going to whip up and hit you in the head and you ain't going to be happy. And all these impressionable people, and they fall for it and then spend their hard-earned money. Gosh, man. I'm so happy to be on YouTube because I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be phony with you guys. You know, I try my best to be as honest as I can without exposing like so much. Like if my daughter was a little older right now, I wouldn't have her online. I wouldn't have her in the video because you know when she gets to a point where she can actually say, "Dad, I don't want to be in the video," or you know she has an option because like. Right now, you know, this can't hurt her. No, you can't. You know, what AI thing are you going to use her face and, you know, rob a bank? You can't do that right now. But as she gets older, I don't want to expose her to that. So I try to expose as much as I can. And to be honest with you, sometimes I think I may be doing too much. I might cut it back. You know, I don't want to have so much of my family in it. You know, my wife is more of a private person just because she don't like being on camera. And I'm more the camera person. I've been on YouTube now for 10 years. Coming up in October will be 10 years. And it's been definitely a grind, but I'm more of a private person. So I like to show as much as I can of my life because I want to be relatable to people. My goal is to inspire people who are chasing their dreams. And, you know, I want to be as relatable and, honest as I can on here with people. I think that's super important, you know. But sometimes I think you might just put too much information out there. I don't, you know. Not like I have anything to hide, but I like how Gary Vee is so inspirational and so authentic. Yet you've never seen his kids. You've never seen his wife. Or his new wife, or I don't know. He's got a new wife, I think. I don't think the wife of his kids is his current wife. But you've never seen either one of them. And yet he's so transparent and shows a lot of his life. I love that part. So so there's 5 people in here. Who's still in here? What's everybody? This guy definitely eats corn vertically. What? Yo, you guys are funny, man. Like that. This is, you need to be more productive with your time. If you got time to clown and come on lives and clown, what's the point? Because you don't bother me. It just exposes how... See, I don't even like insulting people who insult me. It's not like you're insulting me because like it's a pretty stupid comment. But it just makes me think, like, be more productive with your time. If you got nothing better to do than sit on here and watch this, not only say something stupid, but then also waste your time, you're a clown. You're a clown, yo. You need to get real. You need to get real. Like, it's so funny, you know, like, I'll get people who say certain things on certain videos, you know, stupid things like that, eating corn vertically or whatever, I don't know what they talk about. And I laugh because you ain't gonna stop me from posting. I'm not doing this to satisfy people who don't want to better their lives. I'm not doing that for you. Nah, man, you want to be entertained, man, you might as well go watch fails of the week and, you know, sit on the toilet for an hour and watch your fails, man, get nothing done. You know, you might as well do that. I'm not making content for you, nor will I continue to make content for you, nor will I stop making content because of you, you know? So, enough on that. You getting full? What's the deal? Huh? Yeah, it's a crazy day in the age, man. Crazy day. Crazy day we have. Crazy day. I'm going to stay on here for 35 minutes. If nobody has anything to talk about and say, you know, I feel like I've said my piece. You've been in here long enough. You heard the message. I really like doing the lives to stay on here and talking with people. But, you know, besides Deb, who's really only the one who's got something good and positive to say, you know, nobody else is saying anything. Here, let's read the comments. This guy definitely eats corn vertically. I don't even know what that means. You obviously have done that before. Flip that egg. Cook the egg for my daughter. So you have to cook the egg. And then 1 egg, little guy. Stupid. It's just, and then this one goes, who this? Who this? Look at the profile and click, and you could see exactly who I am. You could read the bio and see who I am. Man, dude, like, at one point, YouTube is gonna be a thing of the past. I truly believe this. I think at one point, people who are serious content creators who really like school, I think school's a great one. I'm definitely gonna hop on school and start building a community there because I just want to filter out the nonsense, man. I want to filter out people who are not serious about their lives. I want to filter out the jokes. I want to filter out the memes. I want to filter out all that stuff, man. Listen, it has its place. It has its place in entertainment. But that's the problem that I see with YouTube is you have the 2 E's. You have entertainment and you have education. You're either going on the platform for education or you're going on the platform to be entertained. And that builds a funny audience of all types of people and all types of content creators because you have people who are clowning, then you have people who are serious. I would rather deal with the people who are serious because the clowns, man, honestly, they're just wasting their own time. You know, like the comments that I just read, they're wasting their time. You know, it's Friday morning at 9 o'clock. What you doing, man? Get after it. You sitting here on my live talking stupid? Nothing good to say, nothing educating to say, nothing to build this conversation, nothing to keep it going, nothing to help anybody else who taking the time to come on here, and you got stupid stuff to say, man, it shows a lot about your character. It shows a lot about your character, man. It's crazy. It's gonna be it's a waste of time, man. It's a waste of time. How's everybody feeling today? Somebody say something. We got 5 people up in here. I would love to see where everyone's at this morning, how we feeling, what are the wins, what are the losses. If you're just coming in here right now, my name's Travis. This channel is all about inspirational content, documenting my life, showing the grind before to blow up, and I use God's word as my compass. And, you know, I make content, basically make little short films, also make motivational discussions on various topics to help people build faith. You know, that's the whole point of this. So this morning it was be kind to one another, forgiving one another, Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, forgiving one another. And when I was talking about the topic of forgiveness, I talked about myself. I said, it's not easy. Every time the topic of forgiveness gets brought up, I think about a few people who did me wrong in this life. And I know in my heart I forgave them, but I just wonder, why is the pain so fresh, right? I'm not a vindictive person. I don't want revenge. I don't wish them wrong. I don't wish them, bad, anything like that. But just when you bring up the topic of forgiveness, I instantly think about the people who did me wrong. And I don't necessarily think that's a wrong thing, but only you can truly say, is that a wrong thing or is that a right thing? Only you could really know inside your heart, have you forgiven the person that you're talking about, or you haven't? You're making a mess, G. Absolute mess. Absolute mess. And you got the stuff in your hair. There you go. There you go. Put that hair behind your ears. There you go. There you go. What's everybody feeling in here? I would love this to be a discussion, a topic. We can talk about things. Quiet audience this morning. Quiet audience. Yeah, clap. Tell them. Say something. Right? Say something. So I'm dropping another video today. It's going to be on confidence. I thought it was really awesome. It was, confidence is just basically how I believe it is either you're keeping the promises to yourself or you're not. Because confidence you could definitely fake. You can fake it. It's not something that's hard to fake, but you can't fool yourself. So you look at it and you say, how you can only fool yourself for so long until you snap one day and you're like, I need to get real with myself. I need to actually do the things that I say that I want to do. And that goes back to keeping the promises to yourself. You keep your promises to yourself, you start building confidence, you start feeling great about yourself, Yeah, exactly. Clap. You're making a mess, G. There you go. Who's the one person in here? Say something. Right? Oh, whoa. No, come on, just eat it. Keep spitting everything out. It gets to a point where it's like, I don't know, the rest of this is probably futile. Here, you pick it up. Because you keep spitting it out your mouth anyways. It must be really hard to eat with no teeth, right? She only got 2 little teeth in the front. If you could see my floor right now, how many pieces of food are on the ground, you'd laugh. All right, got about 40 seconds. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna close it out. 40 seconds. I'm gonna close it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? What's the topic of the day? I said it was kindness and forgiveness. How's everybody feeling this morning? 9:20 on the East Coast. Where's everybody tapping in from? Huh? This is an open discussion board. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk. Or you can just watch the baby eat. No, but honestly, so the topic of the day was kindness and forgiveness. Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody wants kindness and forgiveness. Everybody wants entertainment. Everybody wants entertainment. Everybody wants entertainment. I don't blame you. I like being entertained too, but to what extent, man, you know? Can't always be entertained, right? So the topic, like I said, today was kindness and forgiveness. Every time forgiveness gets brought up, I think about the people that I feel like I have forgiven them, but it's just like the wound is still kind of fresh. It just, every time you say forgiveness, it makes me think of the couple of people that did me wrong. And I'm like, God, in my heart, I'm like, God, I know I forgave them, but why does it just feel so fresh? Like, why does my mind snap right to it? You know, like, why does my mind snap right to the person that I haven't forgiven? And I don't really understand that. And I'm figuring that out for myself as we go about this journey. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, that's what we talk about. This is inspirational content. We use God as our compass, and we talk about various different topics to boost faith. That's the whole point, you know. This is real genuine content. This is not. I'm not flexing in any way on you guys. I'm not acting like I got it all going on. I try to be as genuine as I can, as relatable as I can, because in the day and age where you got a lot of people scamming on YouTube, it's just, I wish there was a way that you could filter through it. You know, that's why I like the phrase, take the skin, leave the bones. That way you don't get hurt. Somebody says something that's good, take it, but don't take everything. If you take everything, you could get scammed. There's a lot of people getting scammed out of their hard-earned money. You got an egg on your forehead. A lot of people getting scammed out of their hard-earned money, and that's a shame to see. That's really a shame to see. That's a shame, you know? Why do you think people get scammed? What do you think the reasons are? I think it's because you see something that's too good to be true. It looks easy, and when somebody's selling a course, you feel like they're gonna hold your hand throughout the whole process until you make it, and it's just not the case. People aren't that kind. Why do you think people get scammed online? Huh? Do you know? I think it's because when somebody sells you a course, they feel like they're gonna get their hand held the whole way until they reach that ultimate goal. Maybe, but it seems to me that every time somebody's selling a course and they promise those things, it's not true. So you gotta figure out on your own. YouTube is the place. It's got all the information for free. So you could just not pay, get all the free information, and then work at it yourself. That's what you gotta do, you know? It's a shame. You don't want to go spend, you know, these courses ain't cheap. A lot of people selling these courses for $3,000, $4,000, up to $10,000. A couple people this past weekend just got caught up on scamming. Thousands of dollars. Talking about they're doing this. Meanwhile, they're drug dealers. Right? A couple people say they rent properties. Meanwhile, they're only rich from selling courses. They don't even rent properties. You can't even rent their property. You can't even find their property. Crazy, right? Crazy. Crazy. Gotta be genuine. That's the way. Be genuine. There's no other way to live. The phony, the fake, it never lasts. You might get some quick fame. Yeah, you might get quick fame, but it doesn't last. It will never last. God weaves all that stuff out of people's lives. It all gets exposed. What you do in the dark will come out in the light. That's the reality of it. Yeah, drink water. This is a heavy conversation. But when it comes to the topic of you got to be kind and you got to forgive. Oh. Up. Up. Yeah, exactly. What is this, a boxing match? You just spitting out all the water? Huh? You got to be kind and you got to forgive. Not everybody. Yeah, every time I bring up the topic of forgiveness, I always think about the couple of people who did me wrong. And I always say, God, I feel it so fresh in my heart, right? Why is it when forgiveness gets brought up, I think of these two people who did me wrong? And I know in my heart I forgave them. I don't wish them bad. But what? What you get mad at me for? Huh? Conversations with the 1-year-old right here. Deep conversations with the 1-year-old right here. Huh? You like it? I'm glad she ate the majority of this egg. Kids waste a lot of food. You think you give them enough, and you end up usually giving them too much, and they don't eat it. So, I don't know. Right? Ask everybody how they feeling today, how they feel on kindness and forgiveness. What's the deal? How do you know you've actually forgiven somebody? I don't actually know. Because every time I bring up forgiveness, I think about the couple of people who did me wrong, and it makes me think, did I actually forgive them? You know, in my heart, I'm like, yeah, I did forgive them. Because I don't wish them no ill will. I'm not holding on to it. I'm not thinking about it daily. But when people bring up the topic of forgiveness, I think about people who did that. I don't know. I don't know. Thanks everybody who stayed in here. I wish we had a little more, conversation, but that's all right. I get it. It's early. People don't want to be yapping online. I get it. It makes sense. We're going to cut this thing off. Thank you for tuning in. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye. I know she knows what's going on. There you go. There you go. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yes. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Up. Up. Tell him down. Down. Yep, point the finger. There you go. There you go. Here you go. There you go. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to wrap this thing up. 3 people just popped in. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Have a great day. I'm about to do the same thing on TikTok right now. Travis Hurd on TikTok. All right? Take it easy, guys. Take it easy.